Shalom to the elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, and Americans, West Indians, Haitians, foreign slices of the nation scattered across the four corners of the earth. Gotta give all praise to Barak, Yahawashi. Gotta give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Qadash, name of the Heavenly Father. Everybody generally calls God his true name in the ancient Hebrew, which is the last one. Qadash, his true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means the name of Yahawashi, the Holy One of Israel. Everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Slain at the foundation of the earth for salvation. He got 2/3 of the wicked Israelites scattered across America, Babylon, the grave. He got 2/3 of the Israelites scattered across the earth. Come back to the ones that the elect after destruction. Qadash is the Holy Spirit that is the Heavenly Father gave us God's Son out of the world to complete His word. So we always want to be double honors. To the elders and apostles, great wisdom, don't let us all to this truth. Ordained by the Lord to teach us how to live, live, pray, fast, show His righteousness and mercy, judgment, innocent wrath to all those who want to be elect to the hopeful elect. Just check something real quick. It's just strange. I can't see where the camera is. I can see it. Check something. Whatever. Anyways, Lord, we got that number, Lord, we got a lot of those. Fear the name of the Lord, striving to show what's righteous and special. Always come to light, except God, God's land. Second, please be God, second, and shut the Bible for you. Shalom, now you sincerely. So, and all that. Show me, I was shot by show. Let's get into a quick lesson. You know, want the spirit on me to go over this. So I haven't went over on the channel. But we try to, you know, it says to show ourselves approved. So try to give you different various scriptures and different circumstances to the best of our abilities to continue to edify the flock and keep us refreshed. I was listening to the beloved brother. He goes by his screen name. I don't know his Hebrew name. Go by the Company of Prophets. It's in GMS. And, you know, I was kind of going over, listening to one of his lessons, talking about false prophets. That was a real good edifying lesson, you know, just to keep a lookout for that. He also had another one I was laying back on, going into, you know, because he was going into some people, brothers that's, you know, so-called brothers that's in the camps. Some of them are false prophets and, you know, imposters. And Apostle Ramla was going into that too, as well, recently, earlier today. So, you know, that's where the spirit's been. But, you know, I was kind of I was at the plantation, and I'm in one of the brothers in the chats. One of the elders, he came, just kind of talked about, be careful, when you're at work, don't do anything to jeopardize your job, because it's part of who we are as prophets. That's part of our punishment. Yahawashi is administered to us. Like, we have to work with the sweat of our brow. That's our judgment for going against God. So I want to go over that and go over into a couple. And Lord willing, it's edifying to the flock, because brothers had a lot of good different stories they shared concerning certain things that around that topic. And the one that I put out there was you know there was a Jake that used to work at the job that I'm at, and one day he just disappeared, didn't come back, right? And then he had a tough time finding a job after a while. And from that point till whenever he found another job, it just too much happened, and he ended up getting in a situation, and now he in jail and stuff, man. And he can't get out, like, and his bond's set pretty high. So it was a spirit that the brothers have been kind of calling that stuff out, you know, and we got to work, Jake, on all fronts. That's our job. We're men. We came here to work, you know, and honestly, we came here to work only for the Most High. That's really what we're here for. That's why we put everything on the back burner, even ourselves. That's why you see a lot of the prophets, we don't got families. We out here on our own. A lot of us, we're battling this on our own, but we're not alone, because we got the brotherhood. We got the honorable multitude believers, whoever they may be. They pray for us, and that prayer is a big deal, man. So for like people who are just believers, and y'all think you know, your purpose isn't important. It is. That prayer is a big deal, you know. So that's the best way to help the prophets is to pray for them. We try to do our best to you know pray for everybody in the elect every day. Because this isn't about us. We come here to complete a mission. That's why we were born on the planet. So the title is let me go over here. I had to like do everything different now. So I'm about to go try to go get another computer, because this one just alive is just not working on it. I'll try to go take it to the pawn shop and then get another one or something. It says, don't quit your day job. It's a part of our punishment the Lord requires. Okay, that's part of us, accepting, uh, his correction. You don't want to be somebody who doesn't accept correction, because then you get destroyed. It's been like that since the dawn of time. We're always going to have to work, Jake, until Yahawashi comes back. That's why it's very important, we pray for his return, and prepare for his return, so we won't have to work no more. It's Genesis chapter 3, verse 19. It reads, in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust thou shalt return. See, it don't say nothing about going to hell and burning forever. Your spirit go back to the Most High, and your body goes back into the earth. And it stays here. We're just dust. Other elements put together. That the Lord and the angels formed. But our spirit is incorruptible. Your spirit can't be destroyed. The spirit can't be destroyed. Even Esau, Edom, the spirits of demon Satan and him, ultimately they're gonna get destroyed forever. But the spirit in them, I don't think it's gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be taken and ministered into something else, into the kingdom. But they won't be here no more. knows what he's going to do. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 11. And it reads, and shalom to everybody on the comment board tuning in here and on after. You know, Aki, man, the Aquath, whoever you may be. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, Atham. You know, true believers, you know, hang in there. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 11, and it reads, for I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. Though I make a fool into the nations, Jeremiah 30, verse 11, though I make a fool into the nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet I will not make a fool into thee, but I will correct thee in measure and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. See, so this is part of our punishment and our portion as prophets. You know, we have to, you know, we have to deal with this. We have to deal with working under Esau, even the so-called white man. But that's good, because he said that he chastises his sons. If you don't go through chastisement, then that means that the Lord ain't dealing with you. So, you know, it's a good chance that, you know, we're the elect, because we're not fainting at the end of the day. You know, it said, you know, endure as hard soldiers, endure as a good soldier, and not to faint, which is like give up. And, you know, I want to break out a point that I was saying to one of the elders in Dallas. We were talking about it, and the Lord had me in the spirit to think about, because everything we think about, it's not really us. It's the Lord, like, having us think that stuff. Like, we not wise. The only way that we have wisdom is through Yahawah, Yahawashi. Like, that's why we don't want, like, no recognition or lifting up like that, you know, because we know that we don't got, without that spirit, we just regular men like everybody else. You know, that's what brought the whole brotherhood together, is this doctrine. Like, we wouldn't even be here together. But I was mentioning that, you know, Jake, you know, especially you in the truth, Jake's in the truth. Like, think about it, like, you know, we've been reincarnated back here many times, and you know, you got to think about it, like, we've been through a way worse slavery, and here it's more like the worst slavery we've been into, but it's just because the food's bad, everything's horrible, and, you know, the pay's worse, and it pays horrible, and, you know, whatnot stuff, you know, whatever. But what I mean is, like, the labor that we had back in the day, especially in the times of true slavery where we didn't get paid, we survived all that, you know. So this is not nothing that we can't survive. We can do this. Like, we can make it through this, and we know that in time, that through the ages, this world has gotten weaker. It's gotten more watered down. Okay, to the point to where they can't even go no more. They hoping AI just keeps rebuilding itself. That's what that guy Bill Gates said. He said we just want AI to keep rebuilding and remaking itself and remaking itself. They don't want to work no more. You know, they're weaker through age. The Lord is taking their power from them, their strength from them. Now I want to read this and make a point. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8, and it reads, but if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he have denied the faith, and is worse than an infidel. And as a prophet, our house is this tabernacle. This is what we provide for, okay? Overall, over everything, this is what we provide for. You know, this is what we got to put down for. You know, this is most important. It says your family is who does the will of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's your brother and sister. You know, and we know that sometimes, you know, you have sometimes two brothers that get into it, maybe two sisters get into it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a real family. Like, you're not always gonna be, you know, happy-go-lucky people all the time. But we try, you know, through this truth, it makes it where, you know, especially with the brothers, can't really say much more for the sisters, because, you know, I'm not a sister, but I can speak for us. And we be pretty cool with each other. You know, we don't really got no problems. because we know our mission. You know, we're gonna provide, for this tabernacle, and whoever's in your household. That's why, I feel like the Lord put me with the elder and had me live with him, because it was gonna really like teach me, like, what it's like to live with, the brotherhood every day. It's a way different feeling than being out there on your own, Jake. And once you like put yourself back in it, because Jake likes his privacy, Jake likes living on his own, and Jake's that kind of person. And if you're in the truth, there's some brothers who live on their own, but when you kind of put your own needs in the back burner, and put yourself in a position where you're more useful, especially as a young brother like B, you go, live with a couple other brothers that maybe don't got children and not married or whatever. It's it really is like it's a lot easier to do, to be more enduring, and staying in the truth, because you're always around brothers. So it just kind of keeps you in that mode of like, we're at war. So this word infidel, I'm gonna look this up.
Strong's G 571. Apostas.
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 Apostas. It says unfaithful, faithless, not to be trusted. It says incredible, but that's not what it's talking about. Of things unbelieving, incredulous, without trust in the Most High. See, faithless. So unbeliever, and that's why we be like people who brothers, not brothers, but men who not doing the work, and they have heard the truth. The Lord looks at them as infidels. Okay, it's mainly talking about doing this work, because this work is the only thing that matters. It said, put your focus on things in the heaven, in the kingdom. Put your focus on heavenly things, and this is what we put our most of our energy into, this work. The rest of it is just to, get our daily bread to come do this work. So it's very important, Jake, because the Lord said, He said in Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. So you're going to have to work on both sides, the spiritual and the physical. And that's what makes it, as a prophet, like harder living than somebody just regular ass man, because all he doing is just working in the physical. That's it. He doesn't have to go in and study and learn and know what he's really talking about. Like earlier tonight, I was going back over Second Edges 11 and 12, just kind of studying and going back into that, because you got to refresh your mind with a lot of this stuff. It's a lot of stuff to cover in this truth, and it kind of goes into the 12 feathers, which is talking about the 12 emperors. It's a very vivid breakdown, and I was going over and kind of meditating and looking into that, and that's what Jake. Like, Jake, if you're somebody coming into the fold or trying to come into the fold, and of course, we have affiliate brothers that's true affiliate brothers, and been in there, been a while, and whatnot. But for the ones that's really trying to come into the fold, you need to know your history, Jake. You need to know like stuff that happened back then. Like, you got to go in and like be able to explain that stuff, and it won't be mainly to just regular people, but you want to be able to explain this stuff and break it down to the apostles and to the elders if they run into you or they ask you questions. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. When you come into this truth, you're going to be required. You got to be useful. You don't just come into the brotherhood and you just so you got to be useful in some way to the brotherhood to be put in it. And we know that you ain't got to be saved to be in GMS. We ain't say that, but we're talking about the ones who want to be the 144,000 elect men. If you want to be that, you're gonna have to step into the brotherhood. Period. That's those men, and who knows? Maybe some of them affiliate brothers is 144,000 too, but who knows? I just know what the elders told me. You know, and they were talking about affiliates. Just that. It's not. You know, they're not, you know, they're not in the fold for a reason. And that's what they said. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But that kind of stuff really stuck with me. You know, you want to take what they say serious, Jake, because the Lord's making them say that stuff. And they be proving it in the scripture. So that's where I want to be. I want to be one of those men. So fuck all this other shit. You know, this is where the work is going to be put in the most. You know, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 14, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. This is the whole duty of man, every man that's an Israelite. Your job is to keep these commandments. It said Luke 14:23, go to the highways and byways, you know, and compel those people, compel the believers to come in. And the way you do that, you got to know what you're talking about. You got to know your history, you know, especially in these latter days. The devil going to be sending all types of people who know history and shit. They're going to try to trap you and you know. That's why we have elders, because they studied this shit for years, so they're ready. And you don't want to be a Jake that's like, you've heard this truth and you know about it and you believe in it, and we damn near 1-2 years away from, you know, Jacob's trouble is what it's looking like. And the elders and apostles been standing out here 40 some damn years, and your ass ain't even come out here for 1 year. That's not a good look, Jake. You gotta get your ass out there and stay out there. Because once you pick up this plow, this work, it ain't no quitting until you dead or the Lord come get our ass. That's how serious we are about this. You know, the whole matter of life is to do this work for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You put anything else above that, then Sophia wisdom is gonna give you over to your own vile wants and needs, and you gonna go do that shit, and you gonna fall out. So you gotta really be sincere about it. You can't look at this truth as like a chore. I was listening to GMS Here in Fear. He did a little 5-minute video going in on that. Like, you can't be looking at this like a chore. This is what we love doing. Like, I already did 2 videos today. Why you think I'm doing another one? Because I love doing videos. You know what I'm saying? This is where I feel at peace. You know, this is work I know that is going to pay off forever. Why the fuck would I want to do anything else? You know, that's how you got to feel about it, Jake. Like, this is it. Like, this is, you know, this is the best thing we could be doing. Everything else has gotten us living under everybody else and working for everybody else. This is the only thing that's going to pull us out of it. Is preaching this word for Yahawah, Yahawashi. You know? So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 7. I only got like 3 more precepts, 4 more precepts, and then we're going to go. And I want to click that word one more time. Well, nah, y'all heard it. I just did. I usually say it, but let me, hold on real quick. Allergies is messing up. Let me go my nose real quick. You know, Jake be up late. That's why I like that I have a job where I'm not working, you know, all day and shit. So I can get off. I can do this work. You know, and still, you know, pay everything fuck I gotta pay. 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 7, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, right? There's a straight gate. You know? We talking about true currency, true riches. This just straight gate is a narrow path to immortality. Yeah, this money don't fold, Jake. Okay? They be over there, the rappers be like, they money don't fold because they got millions of dollars. Well, that shit, nah. That shit gonna fold. That shit not gonna make it into the kingdom. We got the real money that don't fold. And that fire on the right hand, you know, you can look at it as like kind of spiritually, that's talking about the missiles coming. The only way to dodge that is to be, you know, following the ways of Yahawah, Yahawashi to the best of your abilities, you know. and then on the left, the deep water, and that left, that deep water is talking about the flood. You can look at it like that, because the wicked didn't follow the ways of the Lord, so they didn't dodge that. They fell into that judgment, that ultimate judgment on the earth. This is the second ultimate judgment coming. This is the second death. That's what it talks about in Revelation. Okay, these missiles hitting America, Babylon the Great, land of Israel, and various other places. Verse 8, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could one man go there at once. So there's a lot of dangerous judgments that you can fall into if you don't keep your eyes focused on this truth. Okay? Facilitate yourself in there. Verse 9, if this city were not given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So, Jake, we're about to go through a lot of danger to reach immortality. It shouldn't be hard for you to keep your job or whatever. And jobs be sucking. Some shit be happening sometimes. Jake be ready to walk out. But just think about it, Jake. Like, we've already done this. And in those days, they was way more harsh. Okay? We can do this. We can do this. Just, we can do this. Verse 10, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then he said unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. This is a requirement, okay, to put in work, okay, for this tabernacle, okay, on all fronts. Sirach chapter 2, verse 2, book of Ecclesiasticus, it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble, okay? So when you are at work and you're feeling troubled and even so-called white man is making your job hard for the day, they got you doing extra shit or whatever, don't make haste and be like, fuck this, walk out. Basically endure, constantly endure. These are commandments. We got to do this stuff. And when you do it, don't be half-assed doing it. Do it like, you know what I'm saying, you represent Yahawah, Yahawashi. And I'm not saying just be like a dick rubber for Esau Edom and just do extra shit. Just do a good job, whatever you do. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. It says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do it with thy might. For there is no work nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. So what the Lord's saying is do the best that you can. Because this world is about, these motherfuckers is cutthroat. And if you ain't doing better than the majority of people around you, who you think they're going to cut first? You. So you got to do your shit right. When you do that, the Lord is gonna make the people around you, gonna make these heathens around you be at peace with you. Okay? We're going to look up this word might.
Strong's H3581. Koach.
That's how you say it in the this would be the Assyrian Hebrew. This is Old Testament. And it's going to be said a little bit different, but I don't know how to say it. The elder have to look at the symbols up there, but he's asleep right now. It says strength, power, might, human strength. And it says strength of angels, power of the Most High, strength of animals, strength, produce, wealth, ability, able, force, substance, strength, might, fruits, so that's part of your fruits. It says you shall know them by their fruits. And Jake is the kind of person that masters whatever they do. Even if it's being a fry cook, Jake does that shit better than everybody else. Ain't nobody at that store, at that job I work at, when I'm not there, they be like, damn, we want Mike to come back because they know that I can do the shit better than them. Okay? And I'm not going to be in there doing everything for them. I'm going to find one thing that my hands do. I'm going to be cold as hell at that shit. I'm damn fastest fry cook in that bitch, okay? It's SpongeBob ain't got shit on my ass. Okay, we in there frying shit. You know, and it's a job just good enough for me to make enough to live, and enough for me where I can get the fuck out of there and go do this work all day if I want to. So, we can stop right there. We're gonna do second Esdras 14:17, and then we're gonna get out of here. And it reads, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. Okay? See? So the world is weaker than it used to be, Jake. And we're stronger because we have the Rawchaa Qadash now. In those times, we didn't have the Rawchaa Qadash. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't time for us to. We had to go through our punishment, and we just had to work out here as slaves and just fucking die and come back and then die and come back. And we was trying to find the Lord. We was trying to, and maybe, in some of those lives, the Lord did remind us where we were at and where we were in slavery, and remind us who He was. But we don't remember. But He always had a remnant, even when the whole head was sick. Even till now, the whole head is still sick. All of Israel is fucked off from these curses. You still have some Jakes who, showed integrity to the Lord, So that's just, some things the Spirit want me to go over, Lord willing. I'll come back sometime in the morning before I go to plantation in the afternoon, and we'll go into some various end time topics, and definitely want to look at some articles. I've been letting them refresh. Hey, Shalom, Malak, Shalom, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, Shalom, GMS in his likeness. Shalom, beloved. Hey, man. Hey, you been making some fire ass lessons lately. I'll be want to listen to at the plantation. Be fired up. But yeah, hey, we're just gonna keep pushing and keep your day job, Jake, because we don't know how long or much we're gonna be here, but it's looking like this next Passover might be the last one, and it's real, like, exciting for me because this would be, my third Passover. My first one, I wasn't in the Brotherhood, and I was terrified. I was like, I'm gonna die if I don't do this shit right. So I just try to do it the best of my abilities, And I know the elders and they were saying, like, don't do it. Don't try to, do it, just do a little something, if it's if you're new in the truth, just do a little something. But I was like, man, hey, Khan, like the water. Hey, I'm glad that, Yahawah, Yahawashi has got the spirit on us, man. Because without that, we wouldn't have nothing. And I'm like, hey, he's throwing it. So, hey, we cooking all day. That's it's nothing else better than this, and especially when I was started at the beginning, like I said, like I was really in a bad position. All y'all just seeing y'all just, I prayed to the Lord one day and really prayed hard, and he just, he answered my prayers. He kept me around y'all. That's really all I wanted, is just be with the brotherhood, because what else is there? Like, this is all we got here, and like I was saying, that first Passover I did, it was just a little one or whatever, but I followed everything to the best of my abilities. I didn't blow no trumpet or nothing. I still suck at blowing the trumpet. The elder got a menorah in here. He tried to give me the ball. I'm like, I suck at it, but I'm trying to work on it. I suck at it though. But Lord willing, he put me in the game on that, because that thing is harder than I thought it was. And then, my second Passover was the serious one. I actually got to do that with my elder, and it was, man, like after that I was like, oh shit, I'm a prophet. Like, it was like that. Like, I couldn't believe it, That's why, like Jake, we ain't like Sakari and them. You know, they own some other shit. Like that's a very serious assembly right there. You know, Khan, a lot Khan. Yeah, it definitely is. You know, and you know that's why we just kind of going into work because it's a couple young Jakes out here. You know, they trying to get right. You know, so that's why I feel like the Lord's been putting the spirit on me to go extra hard because you know we finally starting to get some you know one brother potential brother he been coming to the camp every week and then there's another one I've known for a little while. He a little younger. He in his 20s, but he believes, but he just you know the devil is just you know. So we try to encourage him, but hey, you know if you ain't supposed to be here, you ain't gonna be here. So and hopefully it was edifying and hey, it's gonna be crazy, and it's crazy how like I'll be listening to you know I know Elder Kazak doesn't like us calling him an elder, but I don't know what else to call him. Like he's an elder to me, you know. I don't want to not call him that, and then somebody else be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? But he be going into numbers a lot, and you know it'll just be like. Man, you know how they do that 3/3 times the charm and all that bullshit, and you know. So my third Passover, Jacob's trouble happened. But it'll be the third Passover, and I'll be 33 years old the next month. You know what I mean? And that's definitely like Lord, like you know, showing me something like, hey, bro, I saved you just in time. You know what I mean? You know, like you was finna strike out. You was finna have 3 strikes, you're out, Jake, and I made your brain start working just before it happened. Hey man, Lord willing to keep me here with y'all because I can't see myself doing nothing else here. But I'm just rambling now because you know, brother showed up. You know, Lord willing, I can come out there one day to Orlando and just you know come have a camp with y'all or something. I'll mess around and do like I did when I went to Atlanta and take a bus, but them buses suck, man. Like I went on a fucking adventure. They was putting me on the wrong buses and sending me wrong places and shit. The bus people was crazy, and Jake run all that shit. Like all of them was like Eves and you know there was a couple like Jakes, and they was like we're gonna thank the Lord for a safe trip and stuff. But we know they don't believe in the Lord. But you know they Jake do have you know he's got a zeal of the Most High. They just you know they just Lord didn't want him to get it. But hey, Lord was edifying. Peace blessed to the elect. You know, and don't quit the day job, Jake, because we don't know when we leaving, but we feel like it's gonna be soon, and we're gonna keep that same energy. We're gonna keep putting curses on this place, and we're gonna keep lifting up the names of Yahawah, Yahawashi, and pray it happen tomorrow. You know, and it's looking like it because this strike. We're going into day 2. That's 10 billion. That's $10 billion. Oh look, I put a he went on put one up. We're gonna read it. Psalms chapter 119, verse 40. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. That's perfect. See, it's the only thing that we got. You know, verse 41. I am small and despised, yet I do not forget thy precepts. See, you know, so we just fry cooks and little jobs or whatever we got out here. But hey, we'd rather be here than with y'all. So hey, Wild Baba Ball, Kwame Yasharala, and peace, blessing to the elect. Shalom.